After I'm my plan, the second podcast, I'll be interviewing Lilian Puzzi and André Lima, the two teachers that are involved. They are the mentors and the coordinators of one big project that we have here, which is Book Club. I almost forgot to talk about. So we are having now in the end of May the happy hour for Book Club, and I'll be interviewing them next podcast to talk about Book Club. To talk about Book Club. Book Club is Clube do Livro. We normally choose. We are in I think it's the 11th book that we are reading. We read twice a year, one book every semester, and we have.
Give an example of book you already have read.
Oh, we read lots of. Well, the first one was To Kill a Mockingbird. It's a book that is read in high schools in the United States. So André and Lilian, they usually prepare one class that we call Kickoff, which is a start.
Kickoff.
And then everybody who's interested, because it's a project, but it's not mandatory, so students are invited. And also it can involve the parents, because lots of students here, they have parents who speak English, so they can
parents can
come, can join. Former students,
that's nice.
Anybody who speaks English and likes reading is invited. So you are invited too.
Wow.
And then, so we have this first kickoff meeting, which is a class about the book. André and Lilian, they usually contextualize and they teach the important things that we have to consider as we read. For example, we read 2 books by Agatha Christie. Murder in the Orient Express. And you don't know. And, oh my God. And Then There Were None, which is E Não Sobrou Nenhum. Normally, stories of murders. And then André, he usually talks about the book.
Real stories?
Oh, no.
This book?
It's fiction.
It's fiction.
No.
But even so,
it's yeah. So then André, he comes with explains the things we have to pay attention. In each story, the motives, the symbols, the symbology, the context, the time of the time when the story took place. And Lilian, she usually teaches a class about the author, the life of Agatha Christie. Like we also read C.S. Lewis. Can you believe we read Screwtape Letters?
That's a
difficult,
incredible.
But we did.
Yeah,
we did. Well, it's Cartas do Diabo para o seu aprendiz.
Yeah.
And we read in English, so we learn a lot about C.S. Lewis' life. It's a very interesting class, the kickoff. And the kickoff is the beginning. Then we usually have a time of 2 or 3 months for students to read. They read at home. Then we get together again for the happy hour. On the happy hour, we usually join everybody who has read the book, and we have a conversation class. We do lots of activities about the book.
So it's not a weekly meeting. So there's a time for you to read. After you read all the book, you gather, and that's more productive.
It is, yeah, because then it's something extra. Cool. It's not in class. It's not in the classroom time. Because we have this class, the kickoff, and then another class, and then a meeting. Which is the happy hour. We call it happy hour because it's food. Yes. For example, now it's a spoiler. We are reading Around the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne, and he traveled around the world. So the happy hour, we are going to have food from around the world. We are planning a menu, the places that Phileas Fogg, the main character.
Can I come?
For sure. So we're going to have food from Italy, France, India, Egypt, China, Japan, because they are the countries where the story happened. He has traveled, around.
Okay, very nice.
So that's it.